This is Bottles.
I'm Mori.
And welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Let's see what Larry heard.
Okay. Where's the mouse? There's the mouse.
It's right there. Oh yeah.
This is the wrong earphone
Wait.
for me.
I can't hear it either.
Oh.
What happened? Hold on.
Stop! Continue!
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real boomin' loud like.
How booming loud like? Ah!
Why, game? Why? Real boomin'? Oh, that's you, sorry.
Real booming loud?
Yeah, you know?
And you had headphones on?
Yep.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
But I'm sure I heard that gunshot.
Can you prove that? No, of course you can't.
Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? It's almost like I made it up. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too.
What did he say?
Objection! Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
Of course I'm just gonna say we should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
I believe you.
Okay, I believe you.
Well, how do you know if we don't ask,
Fine, very well, okay, I believe you.
I'm not sure how that explains it, but I believe you.
Mr. Butz, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot.
Are you sure?
Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice.
How old do you think she was, and do you think she's single in any way?
She was at least 18.
I asked you, Larry Butz, what is the legal age in Japan? He should know this.
13.
This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened.
The contradiction's there.
So you turned on the radio.
This is another thing I remember, like what the evidence is. Right! Or at least what the explanation is. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve! Alone!
I shouldn't have said anything.
That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see?
All request radio show. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to?
This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butz, how loud was your radio set to that night?
I was listening to it real boomin' loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot.
Why am I so fucking stupid?
DL6 and 6? No, that doesn't make any sense.
I should have brought missile.
Should have brought missile. Scare him into talking. I have this gun.
Do I?
Damn, it was fired 3 times.
You're gonna say that Miles Edgeworth is innocent right now! Shit.
I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too.
What did you say again?
No, it's the next statement. No. You don't have to click, you just hold it. Just hold it. We should care. We don't care anymore.
I'm twitching my finger. Say it's almost Christmas.
Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot.
It's lonely being alone on Christmas. This is why I listen to the roller coaster radio. You see, I was listening to a real booming loud, like, what did you say here? Real booming loud.
Yeah, you know.
Headphones on?
Yep.
What did you? Is it something that like that we don't have like notes over? But
We do.
I should remember it. Oh, okay, we do that. Okay.
I want you to think real hard. Think real hard about what the DJ says. It's very important.
Oh wait, hang on. Brain blast. Brain blast.
Uh-huh.
Brain blast. Mr. Wright? I mean, Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct?
Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed, and?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? Do you know what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera.
12:25:00:15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day.
This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple.
Miles Edgeworth did the double tap. I taught him that.
The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious.
What?
You're rejecting.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butz's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight?
Well, it hurts my case if I say I'm wrong. So.
Well, yeah, I think he's right. I don't think he would lie about not hearing a gunshot, but he should have heard the other gunshot then. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim.
Actually, we do.
Show me the evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
Ding, 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 ding.
Fell into my fucking trap, you bitch.
I'm using, and I think you're familiar with this, unshared evidence. Actually, it's kind of shared, but there's a second lake photo that a lot of heart didn't use. Look at this photograph.
Every time it makes me laugh.
Anyway, this was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The time step on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh yeah? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, This photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Aha!
Correct. How is aha correct?
Yeah.
Alright. What were you praising him for? There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely Christmas Eve.
Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken?
Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them.
Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera.
Say, Larry, can you sneeze for me real quick?
Hey! My nose was clear that night, man! Clear!
Shit.
Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any.
I know what the evidence is because we've noticed it before, and it's weird that it hasn't been brought up yet. The parrot.
I feel like the parrot is the one.
The parrot has nothing to do with this.
The only thing I could think of... Wait, where is it?
What?
The tank.
No. Oh, we don't have it? Oh!
We don't have the tank. What
Weird.
happened to the tank?
I guess we gave it back. No, that's not what I was thinking.
Our metal detector. We were there as well!
Wee woo. Look at the gun.
The .22 bears prints on both.
Fired
Three
times?
Oh yeah, it was 3 times it got shot.
So?
This is my evidence.
The murder weapon?
Sorry, this is my evidence. Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. How come no one was talking about this? When, then, was fired the last shot? Only now I have realized the truth. The 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before... Wait, what?
Well, technically it's the first shot, but like he's referring to the 3rd shot that we're talking about.
Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering what exactly did happen that night on the lake.
That's simple. No one knows. Case closed. It wasn't Miles Edgeworth.
Bring Ben the dancing lobsters.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why?
Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. What the fuck was that? I think it just glitched for a second. Wait a second! Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ah!
What's wrong, Nick?
I have it! I have it!
Huh?
Remember the case with the Steel Samurai?
Huh? Yeah, of course I remember.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya!
Yes?
If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it.
Right. I mean, is this safe?
Safe? We've already gotten the guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick.
I'm not sure where he's going with this. Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
The testimony just now was cleared up this entire case. Has just cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
Shut up.
So you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here other than Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong, Mr. Von Karma. A man was shot that night, and it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. We just keep doing it.
Listen, Rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts.
You're projecting again.
At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on the boat.
Splish.
There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes. But this assumes that the victim was shot 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says midnight 15.
But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot was on the lake. That's the only way Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad?
At you, yes, but...
Explain who this is sitting on the boat.
Murderer Hammond.
Well, I mean, there's really only one possible choice that we could pick.
Yeah.
No. Just think about it. If we're claiming that Hammond was killed 25 minutes before they were on the boat, how would Hammond be in the boat?
Oh. Right, I guess you're...
Yes, I believe you are mad. That is exactly what I've been telling the court this whole time. You're agreeing with me, and yet what did you just say? That Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before the shot on the boat?
Yes, that's what I said. I was just testing you, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, your client has already been declared guilty once. I'm going to have to penalize you for this foolishness.
How many times have you penalized him for his foolishness?
No, I'm not foolish. Bah, I'll ask you again. Who is this sitting on the boat?
Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright.
You wouldn't even know that word if it wasn't for the rapper.
Tell us the name of the murderer, then.
The murderer's name. Right. It's... Miles Edgeworth.
I don't know.
Wait, what? Why would it be Lotta Hart? Why would it be Lotta Hart?
I don't think it would be.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know? Bah, again you waste my time.
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
A caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not in a boat?
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
Show the judge where the murder really took place.
Oh. I'm gonna say right here. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. The way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. Searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat?
The boat shop? Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning and take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake.
Then, who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
Edgeworth said he didn't touch the gun until afterwards.
Yeah, he didn't touch the gun until after. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice.
Yeah, that's honestly a good idea.
I believe that he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and fires again. Then,
he shot and he missed. And he missed again.
The murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw the attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body. And threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Seems legit.
Checks out. Bailiff! Bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly!
He left, Your Honor.
What?
He's gone.
What? Find him! Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said?
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry, I can't say what it was.
Yana, sir!
Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
What?
What should I do?
Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away.
Well, I think this just proves our case.
Yeah.
Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness.
Have we just become the prosecution?
Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is.
Something you should have done, Karma.
Very well. Court is adjourned.
December 27th, 1:22 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Yay, Nick! You did it!
Well, not yet. Yeah, well, at least we got out from under the guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else! Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out!
Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
But that makes it interesting. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on the trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax.
My arm still hurts.
I don't smile. I'm sorry. But I fear it's not over for me yet.
What do you mean?
Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth?
No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you, to get it off my chest, but
I love you.
I can't make up my mind.
What is this about, Edgeworth?
It's a nightmare I've had.
Oh.
A memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder.
Bum, bum, bum.
It was in self-defense. I'm sure it was self-defense.
I'm sure it was, you can plead insanity. It's fine.
He was probably under duress. You don't know.
Yo, you could barter with the judge, dude. Fucking plea bargain.
Your Honor, it was a huge oopsies.
It was a big old whoopsie daisy. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about?
I think he's talking about this murder.
A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder.
Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed?
I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never.
Nick. Yo! How's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh yes! I do remember feeling faint. Right on! Tell me the truth! It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick?
Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two.
I think you could do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude! Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me! Yeah! Bow before your hero! We're gonna max time this. If you liked the video, like it. Comment!
I'm just
Make
curious.
I'm outroing.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just
Okay.
looking.
God! If you like the video, like it, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. Hit that bell notification if you want to see Phoenix Wright as soon as it comes out. Check out the iCard. We have the other games that we're playing right at this time. Also, follow us on Twitter, join our Discord, donate to the channel if you can. Question of the day.
What's your favorite thing you like to get from Dunkin' Donuts? So far, I'm liking the blueberry pomegranate iced tea. And this is totally not a survey for Dunkin' Donuts.
This
I'm
is
going
true.
To be doing for.
I am a sucker for the vanilla bean colada. That's my craving go-to. Put that shit in the comments below. I'm Bottles.
I'm Mori.
See you next time.
Continue.